Let me tell you a story. Fuck, I just wish I could talk about Star Trek. Or Intel. They've been in the news again lately. The A470, I think what's called, looks kind of cool. The graphics computer just built another server. That'll last about 3 minutes. Talk about the benchmarks I saw on the ARC GPUs. That could last them quite a while. I could film and journal entry with those. But no. I'm going to tell you a story. A story about me. And at some point, I promise I will tie in Marjorie Taylor Greene. The shithead from fucking Georgia. The disgrace of a human being from Georgia. And it'll lead into another reason why I don't like this country. So when I was a kid, I was living in Green River, Wyoming. It was cool there. Don't remember anything. One of my first core memories. It has to have been after September 11th. No relation, I promise. I think it had been after September 11th because I swear this is the order it was in my head. That's in my head. When I try to reach back to my very first memories, it is September 11th. Absolutely nothing. In fact, when I think back that far, is black. So redacted. And this. No. It was September 11th. My brother digging a big ass hole in the yard. Trying to build mom and dad a wine cellar or basement, something like that. I wonder if that was still there. Then me being buried up to my neck with mud. Man, that hole was, when you filled up that hole, it was cold. Fucking around in the red shed, getting into the white shed, finding a shit ton of fucking little fuses, like little glass fuses with the two little caps. Yeah. Then this. Oh yeah, that little toy, sad little tub that looked like a ship. I think that was actually supposed to be like a kiddie pool. Oh yeah, the clothes hanger. I bring back memories I didn't know I still had. But this is one of my very, very, very early memories. My sister put me in one of her dresses, and I think I had been 5. No, shit, maybe this is before September. I don't remember. I was a kid, really, really, really little, and she put me one of her dresses. I had my little Scooby Doo handy dandy notebook, the little crayon. And I was just sitting on the floor in her dress, just chilling, drawing in the little handy dandy notebook. But that sparked something in me, though. I would consistently still wear clothing and wear them in private. By the way, if I'm looking all the way around, it's because around this time I was also diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome and ADHD. So I have a hard time looking directly at the camera. It's like looking at for me. It's like looking someone in the eye. It's find it awkward and unnerving. And that really sparked something. Because I would continually and for a very long time steal my sister's clothing and wear them in private. At some point, my mom asked me if I want to be a girl. I didn't say yes. I said no because I didn't know. Thinking about it now, I really wish I said yes. Because knowing now, because now know that I'm transgender. But here's the thing. I never acted feminine. Never have. But I go through my life regularly still my sister's bra, my sister's panties, her shirts, her dresses, her pants, and wear them in private. I had an outlook on life consistently changing. Again, ADHD and autism, consistently changing. But I've always looked at outfits, always wishing I could shop in the girls section, then the women's section. But always struggling to, nah. Why would I? Why would I do that? Like, that's my section. Like the boys section and the men's section. Till my sophomore year in high school. Did my freshman year at Cary Junior High. Oh shit, I need to plug my laptop in. One sec. Yeah, my phone's dying too. Funny. There you go. Did my freshman year at Cary Junior High, there in Cheyenne. What? Oh, okay. My mom and my dad split up before then, not when I was in junior high. At some point after my grandma died. Shit, same year, actually. Now think about it. Was it? Told her wake up in the middle of the night. Didn't want to. Really confused. Traffic enlightenment. Really snowing. Ian gave me his iPod. I was memorial, funeral, drive back. Was that elementary when she died? No. I don't remember. But my mom and dad split up while in junior high. She lived in Cheyenne for a couple years. Met someone online. I didn't want to be in Cheyenne. So I moved with her, supposed to move out to New York. Ended up moving to Cameron, Wyoming, which, if you know the geography of Wyoming, you find kind of funny. Opposite direction. That's all I'm going to say. That was when I first found out about transgenderism. Before Caitlyn Jenner came out. When did she come out? Okay. So this was before Caitlyn Jenner came out, and Caitlyn Jenner came out about a year after my graduation. But it was when I first heard about transgenderism. And I was looking into it because at the time the topic intrigued me. I currently right now what topic's intriguing me, can't find it, but is of religion, like different religions. Like at the moment, that's one of the topics that's really intriguing me. But a lot of things were making sense. And not in the way that... Seriously, what the hell is it? Oh, there it is. So a lot of things started making sense. And not in the same way that, things are starting to make sense for me in this. Not in the same way. Well, that's cool logo. The way things were making sense to me was personal. And it was really scaring me. Because like I said, I've never acted feminine. For me, It was clothing, it was makeup. At time it was thought processes, and even today it's like thought processes like how my outlook in life is. Like not my outlook in life politically, but the way I see the normal day-to-day interactions, the way I feel. It was really starting to make sense. And I got scared. I got really, really, really scared. And that question my mom asked me that one day when I was younger popped in my head. It was, I think I was 12 when she asked me if I wanted to be a girl. And I said no without hesitation. And in my head, I relived that memory. Like I'm right now. Stacy, do you wish you were a girl? This time I replied yes. Then my brain went into full denial. And I kept saying no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Kind of like how Jake from Brooklyn Nine-Nine says, "Coo, coo, 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 coo." It was a lot like that. And I went into the closet in my brain. Because one thing to know about me, I've already admitted in this video, I was diagnosed with Asperger's and ADHD when I was younger, when I was still in Cheyenne. I still remember, don't remember the drives out to Salt Lake, but I remember being in Salt Lake during those therapy sessions. I mostly remember stickers. In fact, that's all I remember. High rise, stickers. That's pretty much it. That's where I spent a lot of time in the hospital getting my blood drawn. I still hate needles. But one of the side effects of both of them is the special interest. On the ADHD side, it comes, it goes, it changes. On the Asperger's side, it is a very much so deep dive into every nook and cranny where you can recite it while being unconscious. Those with Asperger's just went, yep. And I was telling myself, no, this is one of those. This is one of those special interests. With my ADHD, they change dramatically. They can last a year. They can last 2 days. But for me, they rarely last a year. For me, sometimes they last 3 years, but those are rare. Mythbusters is one of them. Star Trek is one of them. Firefly is one of them. I still do not forgive Fox. For couple reasons, but that one's right up on the list. But for me, if it lasts, it usually is one of my lifetime obsessions, and I still fully obsess over Star Trek, Firefly, and Mythbusters, and computers, and politics. But that's what I was telling myself. It's one of those obsessions. It's one of those things that's going to itch my brain for a little bit, but it's not going to last. Well, it's been almost 10 years. But I was beating myself down because just just how everything was just fitting in its place personally. I locked it away, tried to forget about it. Spent the year researching it, looking into transgender, into the LGBT. I read online. I talked to people, trying to understand. But this time, I also realized I'm buying that one. I'm actually very open about. But the fucking tea. Everyone I talked to, I asked for articles and links and everything. Saw some things I wish I never saw because of people on the internet. Fuck, I love the internet. That was the year I fell in love with the internet, by the way. I still fucking denied it after that year. Moved back to Cheyenne. Trying to ignore it. Was in Cheyenne for my sophomore and half of my senior year. No, junior and half of my senior year. My sophomore year was in Cameron. It was my sophomore year that, yeah. And I kept trying to ignore it. Trying to put my brain on all sorts of shit. Just, my grades was falling because it was all that was on my head. I mentally put myself in the closet, mentally. Because I couldn't. I fucking couldn't accept it. Absolutely could not fucking accept it. Moving back to Cameron, met a couple more friends. Shay, Seasons, and Trapper. The topic came up. Obviously, I had some knowledge on the point. It was actually during that conversation the bricks fell. I don't know what it was. But it was during that conversation that I knew I'm transgender. We were in the gymnasium. We were laughing, playing some pickup ball. Not really taking it serious. Because we never did. Trevor and I never did. Shay and Season never really got in. Shay every once in a while would. But Trevor and I was primarily the ones playing. That was a day I learned that I was transgender. I knew my sophomore year. Knew. I senior year. I learned about it and realized I was in Cameron, Wyoming. The next day I came out to them. And nobody else. Graduated. Went back to Cheyenne. Gotta go to bed here soon. I did nothing. Got my first job working the commissary at a Horn. I intended to come out while I was working that job. I even came out to my coworkers. I had the whole little meeting, and I came out to my coworkers. Between then, I came out to my sister. My sister was supportive. I think she always knew. But it was about this time Caitlyn Jenner came out. I graduated in 2014. Caitlyn Jenner came out in 2016. I Googled it. Then I saw how my community reacted. I saw how my community acted. People was calling it a publicity stunt. People called her an attention whore. People called her a lot of fucking words. My sister, my brother, they were cool with it. Never really saw how my mom reacted or how my dad reacted. But I saw how my community reacted. I didn't want that same connotation with me. I went online and I saw so much fucking worse. And I saw how this country felt. And throughout this time, I discovered politics. And I don't honestly think it's related. But I saw. But this is the time I found John Oliver. Well, cause and effect aren't really the same, but I discovered how this country really felt. It's 2022. And this country is not much better. We have a representative in office who dead names people and gets away with it. We have representatives in office who actively tries to make lives of the constituents absolutely hard and absolutely hell. Because they disagree with them. Because they have a warped sense of reality. Every time I tell myself, I'm going to start transitioning. Because I can't stand being who I am. I cannot stand not coming out. I cannot stand leaving the way that I. Something fucking pops up in the news and tells me no. This country is absolutely horrible and horrific to people like me. So the first fucking chance I got, I moved away. I moved from Wyoming to Portland, Oregon. And when me and my buddy Keith got here, I hugged him for an hour crying. Thank God I could finally come out. Still I am a year later. I realized it wasn't my hometown, wasn't my home state that I was scared of coming out in. Is this fucking country. The people I talk to online that have come out, the people I see online who have come out, and living in this country, I wish I had their strength. I wish I had the willpower. I look at this country and I see how it treats its own fucking citizens. I just want to live my fucking life. But I'm scared to come out here because I'm scared of the ridicule. Being caught attention whore, being yelled at for wanting special treatment. I just wish I could live my fucking life. But then I see fucking people like Major Taylor Greene. I see states like Georgia, Texas, Florida. How they treat their citizens. Who have come out, who are trying to come out. Tell them no, that you're less than human. Makes me scared to come out. And I live in fucking Portland. I just want to live my fucking life. I gotta go to bed. But these representatives, these congressmen, fuck them all with the greatest amount of disrespect. Fuck every single one of them. They're claiming that we want special treatment. No, we just want to live our lives and in fucking peace without fear of being ridiculed and unjustly treated for who we are. I know I'm not the only one who's scared to come out. I'm not the only one who looks around and asks themselves why should they come out in this fucking environment. That's someone who's living in one of the most progressive cities in this country. And I'm still fucking scared. These people who call themselves representatives who has made it their mission to ridicule and discriminate every fucking chance they got, while at the same time saying that this is the greatest country in the world. It's not. We are far from it. And I don't ever think we have ever been. Because at every fucking turning point of this country where we've had the chance and say, yes, we accept you for who you are, this country turns around and gives them a big old fucking this. So to every single fucking one of you who are in an office and thinks we want special treatment because we're special in some fucking way, we're not special. We just want to live our lives. Fuck you. And shit like this is one of the reasons why I wanted to leave this fucking country. Just because I want to live my life. Thing is, after this video, I'm still going to be too scared to transition. Fuck every single representative who makes it their mission to make my life harder, to make me look at this country while living in a liberal city and ask myself why. Fuck you all. You're a fucking disgrace to your office. And you're a disgraceful human being.